Hi viewers, my name is Portia and thank you so much for tuning in on ACN African Christian Network. Today we are in Manhattan on 20th Street at the High School of Fashion Industry for their annual fashion show theme Timeless. And believe it or not, tonight I was really inspired by the artwork, the dancers and everyone that came on stage today from the student. Stay tuned as the principal, the teacher and one of the fashion designers speak to you. So we are at the High School of Fashion Industries, their annual fashion show 2016, the theme Timeless. I am so excited to be here. There are so many hundreds and hundreds of youth and teenagers here having so much fun, enjoying the fashion show itself and so much. To my right is Donatella, who is a fashion designer. Hello, hello.
Hi.
Okay, so, and to my left is this awesome, amazing masterpiece that you have going on here. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit more about the masterpiece itself and about yourself as to why fashion, how you got into it, what's behind it. But first of all, let's talk about this masterpiece. Now, what is behind this? What is that?
So my beautiful model's name is Hawa. So thank you very much for modeling this. It is inspired by my homeland of my parents, which is Ghana. And I love kente cloth. I think it's one of the most beautiful pieces in this country. And I thought of it to put it inside. And the theme is bridal, so I just wanted her to stand out as an African bride.
Let's talk about you. Why fashion, and how did you get into it? And what's in for you?
I love fashion since I was 7 years old when I moved here, and I thought that that's something that can help me inspire my feelings and let how people see the way they dress help me influence that. So I started here in 2012, and this is my senior year. So this was my senior show, and that's my garment that I decided to make for my last piece in the school.
Well, speaking of this being your last fashion show here in high school, what's next for you?
What's next for me is college. I'm still undecided at the moment because I want to be in a place where I can broaden my horizons as a fashion designer, so that's going to take some time.
So to my right is Miss Titan, who started here as a substitute teacher 5 years ago. Now as a fashion teacher here, tell me your experience here itself with these amazing, incredible youth.
Oh, wow. It's been really an arduous journey, yet a very satisfying journey when you see all these great garments that these kids accomplish and complete. It's a long journey really, because you have to pull them and get them focused and making sure that they get to the finish line, because sometimes they get distracted by whatever this senior year. So there is financial aid, there are college applications, and so many things that are coming at them, family issues and so on. So as teachers, we have to find ways to get them to just encourage them and know that they can complete this because they're awesome. And I tell them that all the time. So
Yeah, and finding out that this is the only fashion high school here. Now how do you deal with the pressure itself and everything else, being that there's more to it than just the students here? This is the only high school that's fashion,
for me,
fashion based.
I'm kind of living vicariously through their experience because I did not know that this school existed. I learned fashion through my mom. She was a designer and seamstress, and that was like part of what we had to graduate from her household, knowing how to cook, clean, and sew. Okay, we ain't got no lazy people in that household. But here is that it's that discipline that I instill in my students too, to just be disciplined in their craft. So it's a really great experience, and even the fact that I have great colleagues. When I was a sub, I used to love just coming so that I could just sitting in the back and just take in, because it's free. It's like you get to learn from people that have been in the industry for years. There are teachers here that have been teaching for over 20, 25, 26, 27, 28 years old. Some of the teachers, even, this is what's amazing, some of the teachers are graduates, alumni. So we had some teachers that were teaching their, how the students, yes.
Some students who became teachers here, these
And
alumni.
their colleagues now with their teachers, yes.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I want to thank you so much. So to my left is Daryl Blank, the principal of the High School of Fashion Industry. Welcome. Well, welcome. Thank you.
Well, we're very happy you're here for our annual fashion show. Another phenomenal show that is just such a great representation of the work we do here at the school.
Absolutely, I can see that by the theme timeless. I mean, all the art pieces, the artwork, the dances, everything was timeless. If you missed out, you missed out. Now let's talk about the fashion itself, the fashion industry here in the school itself. This is a high school. That's the only fashion high school here in New York. Now, how has it been? And for you as a principal, what are some of the skills that you feel like is so relevant and important to these youth that they need to capture? And it's not just about fashion, but the skills itself that they need to acquire that's long-term wise, that's more beneficial to them.
So we've been around since 1926. The story of the school is basically the story of the immigrant story of America. People coming into the country and using the fashion industry to get ahead. And so the skills that they're developing here are not just for the fashion industry, but to succeed in life. And so whether they're developing the technical skills to create those garments and create those fashions, but they're learning tons of other skills, how to design, how to create, how to work with others, how to produce a show. So all the skills are very transferable as they go to college and they go to career.
Wow, that's very incredible. That's good to know. Now, as a principal here, tell me about a success story with these youth and these students here. I was once told that one of the teachers mentioned to me, Titan, was saying that we've had students who used to be, who are alumni now teaching here. That's very inspiring. Any inspiring story, whether it's from the students themselves or as a principal?
Well, I think it's just very inspiring that these students come in here and have maybe no sort of capacity to do these things, whether it's this artwork behind you or the windows out front or those fashions, and then by the end of the 4 years, they can produce these. So I couldn't say like any one inspirational story because every single student inspires me.
Wow. Well, Mr. Blank, thank you so much for talking to us. We do look forward to the next fashion show next year, but this year's theme, Timeless, was incredible. I really enjoyed it. And I noticed that every piece that came up on stage had a story behind it. When you look at the youth, the students, they were so, it's inspiring. They had more to tell when you look at the pieces itself and the dances. Amazing. Any last few words?
That's the beauty of fashion. That's the beauty of art, where they can create and express themselves. So it's beautiful.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you.
All right.
Pleasure.